Hey guys, it's Vel here with my day 5 update video. So for Leaguestart, I decided to jump right into a brand new skill. I did the new Trans Tornado Gem. And I gotta tell you guys, I actually really like it. It's kind of like the Brand's playstyle where you cast Tornado and you let it go in front of you before you start running with it and going into the pack. I found it very easy to level. I made it to T16s on day 1 with like absolutely garbage gear. And to be honest, my tree was a bit of a mess because it was all very experimental. I got all of my watchstones on day 2. It did take me a while to get the leveling and pathing sorted out, and there are still things I would like to change, but like overall, I am pretty pleased with where it is right now. I will put the POB in the description below so you guys can check it out. The build started with Elemental Overload, and then once I got enough points and enough gear, I switched over to crits, took that out. I do feel the need for a bit of cast speed, so I went with that on my weapons, but only a bit, to be completely honest with you. I have like none on the tree. So right now I'm wearing, look at how good my wands are. These are quality wands. I got like what, 60 spell damage, some lightning damage, cast speed, crit, +1 lightning, some crit multi on this one. This wand is some, what, 68% spell damage, lightning damage to spells, critty, +1 lightning, cast speed. So, I mean, they're not very good wands, but they're all right. They definitely need an upgrade. Ideally, I think I'm going to go for a staff with +5. Like, that's the dream, right? To get +5, +2 spell, and then +2 or +3 to cold is the most ideal. It does the most damage, but only by a little bit, so it's kind of negligible, whichever one you choose. I did get my replica Dragonfang Flight for +3 Tornado. I managed to grab myself a Crown of the Inward Eye with +2 socketed AoE gems, where my Hatred and Herald Bash is sitting right now. I got a cheapo Circle of Guilt for, I think I spent like, I don't know, 20C on this. This I spent 1 divine on. This was 1 divine. These, I think I bought them for like 30C. They were very cheap. This I bought day 1 for 65C, and now it's worth 14. So, you know, that it was, listen, I needed it. So, you know, 65C it is. These I spent 1 divine on as well. This I spent 3 divine on. I did not say. I did spend 3 divine on this. I spent 1 divine on the Skin of the Loyal. I spent 20C on my Awakened Fire damage. I have an Enlighten that I bought for 200C and got it to level 2 in lab. What else do I have? Anything else that I spent big money on? My Watcher's Eye I bought for 2 divine. Right now I am wearing a Storm Shroud I bought for 2 divine, and I'm getting my Avoid Shock with 2 ghastly, well, not ghastly, just eyeball jewels, and I'm getting my Avoid Stun with it as well. So I have like 50% shock here and 50% shock here. I ideally am going to be changing my boots to do shock avoidance on my boots and free up those slots, so that's going to be great. That's the plan. I still need a Flesh Flame. I need another medium cluster. Like, there's so many things I can still upgrade, so I haven't even begun to peak. When it comes to the defenses, we got pretty big regen. We got Life Leech with Doriani's Lesson. Oh, I spent 2 divines on this. I didn't say, but I did. I am currently wearing a Enduring Composure to get endurance charges. And we are Pet Blood. I have 84% crit avoidance, I believe. I'm fully ailment immune, so that's all good. That's all good stuff. And yeah, I gotta say, guys, Tornado is actually going really, really well. There are a couple things about it though that that I will have to say is I did find that like every mechanic minus Legion has been really good for it so far. Expedition, Harvest, Alva, Ritual Blights, Abyss has all been really good. Legion, the Tornado does not seem to target the chests, so it doesn't seem to want to break out the chest. It's actually really frustrating. So no Legion, and I haven't really done many T16 Blights, so I don't really want to say whether or not that's good until I spec into Blight and go ham, which I might do a little later. I might do a little later. I did find that using Assassin's Mark to gain power charges was a little unreliable. So instead of going Arcane Blessing for my Flesh Flame, I will be going Conviction of Power to give me 4 endurance charges, 4 power charges. And this way I won't have to get mauling about why I don't have power charges on a boss when I should. A couple other things about Tornado. I found that it should go through targets because that just makes sense for Tornado, but it sometimes gets stuck at the front of a pack. Oh, hello. It sometimes gets stuck at the front of a pack going back and forth in between them, making it like, it's just a little janky. I think that when you do bosses, Tornado should prioritize the lower health targets, but it doesn't. It just kind of picks at random. So I've had a couple boss fights where there was like 5 bosses and Tornado just would not take out the 20% boss and kept going to new targets. And it was like, oh my God, can you please? Can you please? Tornado does get stuck in between the fences in Crimson Temple, making Crimson Temple a little dangerous. And since it's an orb skill, it cannot use Trinity, which sucks. Sucks. But what can you do, right? They knew. And you can't use Archmage. Like, they knew that you'd want to use Archmage. They knew you'd want to use Trinity. And they were like, they took it away from us. So I've done a couple T17s, but I actually haven't completed any yet. The damage is good on T17s. Sadly, every one that I've done has been like 800 crit. I thought that maybe having 84% crit reduction, it would be fine, but that was pure copium, pure copium. It was not fine. I got the Sanctum boss to half, but then Badat came out, and with all that critty, trying to throw up a bunch of tornadoes while doing Lycia Maze, and Badat's jumping at you, doing a massive AoE blasting. Yeah, it was. That is probably going to be my least favorite T17 combo with this build, just because tornadoes are it's a little hard to see. It's a little hard to see. I guess that's another slight downside to it, is especially the fire tornado. It's very opaque, so it can be a little hard to see what's going on. There is a chieftain version that we are cooking up right now that is possibly even better than this Inquisitor version, both in damage and defense. So I will let you guys know more about that later. It's still a little bit of a work in progress. Now I want to talk just a little bit about the league mechanic, not too much because I haven't experimented too much into it. But I mean, so far, I don't mind it at all. I'm currently spec'd into it in a few places. I've got the modifier tier rating. I've got the meta modifier crafting outcomes. I went for the chance to be rare and tormented spirit. And I went into the lantern. Lantern of Amor has 30% increased chance for devoted and higher tier because that just seemed good. I also went heavy into scarabs. This is actually still my Leaguestart trees, so I'm still like, I'm in scarabs, I'm still in maps. I did go into shrines and boxes as well, and Red Boy. I think I may switch later to Ritual just because it's been so nice, Ritual and Tornado, that I may switch over. But this is what I got going on for now. It's pretty good. It's not so bad. I've actually gotten a fair amount of corpses today that I look forward to using tomorrow. So far, my favorite things about this league, to be honest with you, is scarab changes, the multiple trees, and now that you can choose your base type when crafting and the corpses got buffed, like, I feel a greater sense of player agency when crafting my gear, which I really like. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow or the next day I get to craft my weapon with the league mechanic if the gem modifier corpses don't cost me an arm and a leg. I might have to do it the old-fashioned way, but I'm hoping not. There was an absolutely nutty divine exploit, and people were using like rats to print divines, but they just nerfed that, so rip to us who didn't get a chance to make fat divines with it. There are a couple things that I wish they would do, though. Like, I wish they would make a section for crafts, so I can see, like, speed crafts here, click on that, right? I would like them to maybe, like, when I type in a craft and click it and put it in a grave, that when I open up the crafting window, it doesn't, like, forget the thing I typed in last. Some transparency of the corpses on the ground would be fantastic because it is hard to see loot right now that's underneath them. And I thought that Soul Eater was changed so it can only eat 42 corpses. Now, I might be wrong on this, but I thought it was, because I swear they're eating way more than 42 corpses. Way more. Let me know, guys, what you are playing and what you think. I will be posting the POB for the tornado below. And yeah, tell me what you guys think. Let me know if you have any suggestions. I would love to hear it. This is something that I have cooked up from scratch, and I think, like, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. We are absolutely max vibing with it. It's probably it's been one of the fastest league starts I've had in a long time. You can find me live 6 days a week on twitch.tv/Velyna, and I hope to see you guys there.